This is 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hello and welcome to 6 Minute English. I'm Finn.
And I'm Rob.
Rob, I'm going to ask you a personal question.
Okay.
Do you have any bad memories?
Oh, yes. When I was young, I was bitten by a dog.
Ooh.
And he bit my arm.
Really?
Not nice.
Do you ever wish you could delete or remove that memory?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Really?
I don't want to remember that.
Yes. Okay, well, today we'll be talking about new research that has successfully deleted memories. We'll also explain some vocabulary related to the brain. But, as always, first let's start with a question.
Always a good idea, Finn.
Thank you. Well, we're talking about the role of neurons in the brain. These are the cells that transmit information. So, roughly how many neurons do scientists think we have? Is it A, 8 to 10 million, B, 8 to 10 billion, or C, 80 to 100 billion?
Wow. I know we have a lot of neurons.
Yes, it's a lot, whatever you answer.
However, 100 billion would be a lot to get into your brain. So I'm going to go for the small number, 8 to 10 million.
Okay, Rob, we'll find out if you're right or wrong at the end of the programme. So, how have scientists managed to remove specific memories? Well, the research was carried out in the Netherlands at Radboud University, Nijmegen.
Yes, they've been using something called ECT, electroconvulsive therapy. This treatment involves electric pulses through the brain.
Yes, it's quite a controversial treatment, partly thanks to films like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where a terrified patient is strapped to a table and forced to receive these shocks.
But it's used as a last resort, a last option for people with severe depression. Now, in this study, they've been looking at neurons, and memories are actually stored in the connections between these neurons, according to Dr. Martin Kruse on the team.
Yes, he says these connections take some time to become permanent, and if you disturb this process, you lose the connection between the brain cells altogether.
So if you lose the connection, you lose the memory. That was the idea. Could they make it work in an experiment? Listen to BBC reporter Anna Holligan talking about what happened to the patients.
Participants were patients already being treated with ECT. They were shown 2 sets of picture cards, each telling a story. Then, just before an ECT session, they were shown one of the stories again to reactivate that particular memory. The results were remarkable. After the ECT, they forgot the story they'd just looked at, while the memory of the other story was unaffected.
So, patients were shown 2 sets of cards. Then, just before ECT, they were shown one of the sets again to reactivate it, to make it active again.
They then had ECT, and when they woke up, they forgot the memory of the card they had just looked at, the one that had just been reactivated.
Yes, now, we should mention that one of the side effects of ECT is memory loss. So why is this surprising? It's because they were able to target specific memories.
Okay, well, it's thought that this new technique could help people with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a memory-related illness where people who experience something very stressful and upsetting, something traumatic such as war, continue to be affected by it psychologically.
Yes, and the hope is that these traumatic memories could be deleted.
Which would be an exciting development. Now, before we forget, let's remind everyone of today's question.
Yes, very good. Well, it was about the number of neurons in the human brain. Now, are there 8 to 10 million, 8 to 10 billion, or 80 to 100 billion?
And I thought it was just a mere 8 to 10 million.
Well, there are supposedly 80 to 100 billion
No way!
of these things in our brains. Not all scientists agree on the exact number, but still, It's about as many as there are stars in the whole universe.
It would take forever to count those.
I think I don't know who's counting them, one by one. Now, Rob, can you remind everyone about today's vocabulary?
Oh, I think that memory has been removed.
Oh, it's been deleted?
Yes.
Okay, well,
No,
next time.
only joking.
You have it?
Yes, I have
Great.
it now. It's come back to me. We heard delete, neurons, pulses, controversial, a last resort, depression, reactivate, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic.
Thank you very much, Rob. And that's it for this week's 6 Minute English. We hope you've enjoyed today's programme. Please join us again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was 6 Minute English from bbclearningenglish.com.